So I had an Epstein victim sitting in that chair the other day, and this part's not funny, but the thing that really struck me in what she was saying, and that episode will come out after this one, by the way, people, and it'll be 2 episodes, was how brilliant of a manipulator he was.
Oh, that's interesting.
And that's what he had going for him. And I'm going to give you an example on this that she would say. He would call her up, because she was a model and actress, and set her up with meetings in Hollywood, New York, wherever, that he's not going to be at, with someone powerful that he knew. And the idea is that she's going to get raped at these meetings.
Oh, my God.
And she would go to them, and most of the time nothing would happen. But he would call her after every single one. Now, when she brought this up an hour earlier, I had asked her the question. I'd said, do you think that, like, we don't know much about Jeffrey Epstein's childhood. We know he had parents. We know he had a brother, grew up in Coney Island. But we don't know what was going on when Jeffrey Epstein was 9 years old. So it's possible he's a monster that was abused as a child. Certainly possible.
Sure.
But, like, let's assume he wasn't. Where do you think a person like that learns the psychological tactics to be able to become this monster to get people? And she was like, that's a great question. And it's like a rhetorical question. I don't expect anyone to have an answer. But then an hour later, she's talking about these phone calls. And he would call her after all of these meetings. And he'd want to know every detail. Like drastically, like, all right, what do you say? What do you do? And he'd be like, did you hook up with her? Which means that she would have been raped. And she'd be like, no. And he'd be like, why not? When you went in there, what do you do? What do you say? And I said, oh my God. He's like Bill Belichick and Tom Brady watching football tape, except he's getting tape of fucking predators and what works and what doesn't.
Yes.
And so that guy having those types of skills, and like the first time he came in and met her, he wanted to know all about her dreams, her family, the dynamics, what she was interested in life, places she wanted to go, you know, all these psychological things that hook you to someone and make you trust them. He obviously had those skills, and these skills would be paramount, correct me if I'm wrong, in being able to be someone who wanted to surreptitiously get information for espionage purposes. Is that fair to say?
Absolutely, yes.